St. Patrick's Day is one of the highest DUI arrest days of the year in California. Law enforcement plans for it months in advance, setting up sobriety checkpoints and deploying extra saturation patrols on known bar corridors. That extra police presence means arrests happen faster, sometimes with less careful observation than a routine stop. That can matter later. Whatever the holiday, the charge is the same. Vehicle Code 23152, California's standard DUI statute. Section A covers driving while impaired by alcohol or drugs. Section B covers driving with a blood alcohol level of 0.08 or higher. You can be charged under both sections from a single arrest. The holiday itself is not a legal element of the offense, but the circumstances around it can affect the evidence. Yes, it can. A standard traffic stop requires reasonable suspicion, meaning the officer must observe something specific, like a lane violation or a broken tail light. A sobriety checkpoint operates under different rules. California courts have approved them as constitutional, but the checkpoint itself must follow strict guidelines set by a supervising officer in advance. If the checkpoint procedure was not followed correctly, the stop may be challengeable. Your attorney would request the checkpoint operational plan to find out. On a busy holiday, officers process many drivers quickly. Breathalyzer devices must be properly calibrated, and the officer must observe you for at least 15 minutes before a breath test, a requirement under California's Title 17 regulations. Title 17 is the section of state law that governs how chemical tests are administered. A rushed checkpoint stop raises the question of whether that observation window was actually kept. Blood draws must also follow a strict chain of custody. Any gap in that chain is worth examining. When you are arrested for DUI in California, the arresting officer typically takes your license and hands you a pink temporary license. That document starts a 10-day clock. You have 10 calendar days from the arrest date to request a DMV administrative per se hearing. Otherwise, the DMV will automatically suspend your driving privilege. That hearing is separate from your criminal case. Missing this deadline removes your chance to contest the suspension at the administrative level. A first offense misdemeanor DUI in California typically means informal probation for 3 to 5 years, a base fine that mandatory penalty assessments multiply several times over, completion of a DUI education program, and a license suspension. An ignition interlock device is generally a choice on a first offense with no injury. You can install one for roughly 6 months to keep full driving privileges, or accept a more restricted license without one. Results vary based on the specific facts of each case. If you were arrested on St. Patrick's Day, the evidence and the circumstances are worth a close look. I'm Joel Brand, a California DUI lawyer. This is general information, not legal advice. If you want a free written case analysis, it is at DUI.guru.